Hey, Zaka family! Zaka is launching an exclusive membership platform to provide you with career development workshops, coaching, community, and so much more. Go to ZakaConnect.com and sign up to receive information on how to access early registration and perks. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Herman, the Prince of Motivation and host of Zaka Presents My Journey. We're creating this vulnerable and positive platform where you get inspired and motivated from different leaders from our community. Today, our guest is Michlove Pierre, who is the founder of Negés Banda, which is a successful hair and skin company. Mitch, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity to be here and have a
Uh,
talk with you all on this amazing platform.
Thank you so much for those kind words. We are definitely looking to hear a lot more about what you've been doing. I know you're juggling a lot. Mom,
Yeah.
mom of three, I believe, a nurse, and obviously owning your own company and stuff like that. So before we dive in and really let the listeners know about like how you manage all of this stuff, like can we get a little bit more about your cultural background and like where you're from?
Oh, I'm from Haiti. I grew up in Haiti and now I live in Loganville, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. What part of Haiti?
Port-au-Prince, Haiti, the
Oh,
capital.
Port-au-Prince. Okay.
Yes.
So you were born in Port-au-Prince, and then you found your way over here to the United States. What at what age did you move?
Oh, I was about 27 when I moved here.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, obviously, living in Haiti for 27 years, right? You said 27,
27
right?
years, yeah.
Okay. Like, what was like that culture? What was like the heartbeat of like Port-au-Prince? Talk about that.
Oh, Port-au-Prince is like it's Haiti. To be honest with you, Haiti, it's an exciting country. You know, Haiti. You know the controversial and difficult switch of the country, political stuff like that. But still, Haiti, Asian people, they are bright, and our culture is really colorful, and you can feel the human side of the people. And I'm really happy and proud to be Haitian.
Okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that. And growing up, was it you? Did you have any siblings in Haiti? Like, what was that looking like?
Oh, I have one sisters and four brothers. Growing up in Haiti, it's a lot of good food, you know, the sun, music, the
Mm-hmm.
compa. Oh,
Okay,
it
that's
was
right. Come
exciting.
on.
It was so good.
So you're telling me you're a dancer?
I'm not, but actually I can.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna have to take you up on that now. Come on now, let's go. So could you tell us a
Okay.
little bit more about your move to United States? Like I know obviously you said you got married and stuff, but like did you always know you wanted to move to New York? Or I mean not to New York, but to the States. A lot of our guests have explained to us at a young age they came here, but you came here at 27, you know. So like
Yeah.
what was that like?
To be honest with you, I had no idea that life will lead me to live in the US. But you know, when you get married, you have to follow your husband. So I had to make the choice to leave my parents and my siblings and move here.
Mm-hmm. True. When you have in a relationship, especially at that level, you know what I'm saying, you want to make sure that you are having that like kind of agreement. You know, I know it might have been hard. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
you said, you had a big family back in Haiti, and you had to leave at that point in time. And you know, at 27,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have a lot of your things in place. You know, from the places you
Exactly.
shop at, the place you get your hair done. You know, your
My family,
restaurant, your
everything.
family, the clubs that you went to do some zouk music and stuff. Yeah, you know, you had to leave
Some
a lot of that.
compa.
That's right. You had to leave all that behind, and also the good food, right? So then
Oh, the good food. Yeah.
you know, one thing I love about the Haitian culture is when I eat banan, the way you guys cook.
Banan.
Yes, the
Banan,
banan.
banan peze.
Yes, I love some good banan, and so
That's good.
I remember when I had the opportunity at a function, and it was I believe it was a wedding that I attended. The family put me on to some babaku, and
Babaku.
I
Oh.
said, oh. what is this? It already sounded nice. It was, yeah, you want some babaku? I said, babaku, that sounds nice. What is that? Eh? Take a little sip. And I was like, oh no, what's going on over
That's
here?
good.
You got me on it. You
I
got
want
me on it.
more. I
Yeah, I
want more.
know,
Give me
right?
more.
Love some good babaku. Yes, yes. Now, during your childhood, what were like some of the challenges you faced that shaped you in becoming the amazing entrepreneur that you are today?
Ah, I'm gonna be honest. So I grew up in a family of well-shaped entrepreneur. Since I was a kid, I had two examples in my life, my mom and my dad. My mom is a woman that will come up with anything as little it can be and turn it into something amazing, an amazing productive business. And my father, I can tell you that this man has never worked with anyone else on his life. He always say, make sure you are a leader and not a follower in everything you do in life. And I can tell you that these two examples, they had really shaped me throughout my whole life to be the woman that I am today.
Wow, wow. And shout out to dad on that, and I know that being an entrepreneur, it is a very hard thing, and we're going to talk a little bit
It
more
is.
about that. But like, what was like your educational journey like when you came here?
After I moved here in the US from 2000, I would say 2015 to 2019, I was working in the medical field.
hmm So you went the minute you came over here, you were like you gotta hop in. Were you doing the medical field when you were in Haiti?
Of course,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
When
So
I moved
just
here, yeah.
so then you transition over here. What was like that
hmm
big transition with regards to the medical field in Haiti and the medical field here in the States?
So the medical field in Haiti is really different. You know, Haiti, we have a lot of health problem, hospital, stuff like that. But here in the US, it's different. It's bigger and everything is much, bigger. But it was pretty, I had to adjust myself eventually. So the transition was really smooth for me.
hmm hmm And then when you got here, when your first career, like what was like some of the obstacles you faced as a nurse, and like why did you decide to become a nurse?
Mostly, I decided to become a nurse because I really enjoy taking care of people and I wanted to make an impact and a difference in my community. As a nurse, my biggest challenge was because I couldn't manage my personal life and my journey as an entrepreneur. Because since little, I love to create stuff and do my own stuff. You know, when you're working, you don't have time to do anything. So that was really hard for me to manage those two journeys.
hmm 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 And when you started off as a nurse in Haiti, you're doing stuff in your community. Now you move to the States, and now you're like developing or growing a new community. How was that experience for you?
It was a little bit challenging since the audience is different. So eventually, you have to learn the new audience and see what you can do, what you want to change. You know what I mean?
hmm
So it
hmm
was a little bit challenging.
hmm hmm Now, talk to us about this little revelation you had. I know you probably had a few during your time, but like you had a revelation to launch your own hair and skincare business. Now, I know that you were a successful nurse in obviously Haiti, and you obviously a successful nurse here in the States. What made you do that?
My whole life, I never thought today I will have my own hair and skincare company. Actually, there's a story behind it.
Okay, I mean,
So,
spill the tea. Spill the tea. Come on.
so after I moved here in the US, I was already 4 years into my natural hair care journey. And I was constantly looking for the right product for my fussy, not dry, natural hair. And I became a product junkie, if I can call it like that. I was
Mm,
buying every single product on the shelf. For
mm,
example,
mm,
if I go to Walmart, Target, I'll buy product every single time.
mm,
So
mm,
I was like, it was really difficult because my hair was really dry. Uh, so I was like, I need to try something else. But because the product they weren't giving me the result I was looking for. So the one day I decided to do my own experimentation in my kitchen with different ingredients. Through many trial and building knowledge along the way. So what began in the kitchen will soon become something exceptional for the healthcare community.
mm. Wow. Now, I'm assuming it's not good to mix products, right? You said you were in Walgreens. You out here trying everything on the shelf. I know sometimes, when people are individuals are really looking to like, enhance their hair, right? And they're really trying to
Yeah.
figure out this process. Obviously, trial and error is there, but like any word of advice when you're mixing all these products together?
Oh, so I was mixing, basically, I wasn't mixing like product from the shelf. I was doing my own little mixture from herbs, like from plant-based ingredient. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean?
Oh no, I'm
So
talking
it
about
wasn't,
I was in regards to like you said you using a product, you were a product junkie. Like moving
yeah.
from product to product, like how like from experience, isn't that a bad thing?
Oh, it was exhausting because when you're using too many products, you don't even know which one is good and which one is not working for yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh
So it
man.
was really, it was hard, and you're losing money too.
Oh, that is true. That's listen, we
Yeah,
forgot about that one right there. You were like, well, let me throw that out there. We're gonna waste a lot of money, going
exactly.
down these shelves. And some products you have to use for some time to know if it really works, right?
It is working, yeah.
Oh my God, I can only imagine the amount of time and effort it took, and also financial that obligation to it. Just to kind of just make sure you
Exactly.
got your hair to a certain place. Now, tell us a little bit more about the meaning of Negés Banda and your company and like the inspiration behind the name.
Negés Banda is a Creole name. It is such as the quintessential black woman aesthetic and the black beauty elegant and coquettish. So with the name, we honor all the melanin queen who has strength and devotion to achieve any challenges and break any barrier in life.
Hmm. 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 And what does like hair representation look like for you when it comes down to, is it mainly for women of color, like, or does other ethnicities utilize the product? Is it open to everyone?
Yes, for black women especially.
Hmm.
So for black women, I would say that hair means something different for each of us. But black hair has a uniquely meaningful story as a symbol of survival, resistance, and celebration.
Hmm. 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 And can you share a little bit more about your personal experience with other hair brands? When you were trying different things out, can you like share like two challenges you faced using other products before you actually embarked on creating your own?
I would say before Negés Banda, I was using too many products to achieve the result I was looking for. For example, when you're not using plant-based product, you might want to use like 4 or 5 products to achieve just one, to tackle just one spot. For example, if you want to have more length retention, I was like, that was too much. For
Mhm.
example, 2, 3 products and they're not working. It was loss of time, loss of money, and my hair was still dry, itchy. It was my biggest challenge.
Mm, mm. And then that's a scary moment right there too, when you're like, oh, and it's obviously frustrating as well. You're like, I'm trying all these things, I'm looking up online, I'm reading stuff, and people are saying, oh, these products are amazing, right? You got to try these. You got to try this. What makes your product that special?
Oh, because our product they are plant based, and
Hmm.
plant based product they have so many great benefits.
Hmm. And
For
being
example,
having a plant based hair product.
yeah.
Okay.
So plant based product. So they are extremely gentle. For example, babies, they aren't the only one who need hair products that are extremely gentle. If you have sensitive scalp, you need ingredients that are plant based, as they do a better job ending retain compared to synthetic ingredients.
Hmm.
And with plant based product, there is several benefit wrapped up in one product.
When
So,
it
for example,
Go ahead.
when you use synthetic hair product, they are infused with chemical. Usually, you need more than one product, but with plant-based hair care, you can get everything you need in a single product. Consider how ingredients such as peppermint or tea tree oil, they can do more than just stimulate your scalp. They also nourish your strength and hair follicle. And as well, Plant-based, they are safer for your overall health. Chemical-based health products, they contain pharmaceutical ingredients that not only disruption in your hair natural processes, but they also can interfere with other parts of your body.
That is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know the ingredients and what's in those ingredients, then it could affect you.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But when you're reading a plant-based, product, I could assume that you could read off a lot of the things that you're like, oh, I know that. I know that. I definitely know
Yeah.
that. You
Not
know.
just that. Not just that. Plant-based, they are cruelty-free. If you care for animal, for example, then you think about how plant-based health products don't involve cruel animal testing.
Oh yes, yes, that is true. Because you got to test out these
Yeah,
products prior to actually passing them out on a larger scale.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it is a crazy industry, where
yeah.
some now throughout history, like black hair, black skin has been like ignored by like the beauty industry. Do you know why? And what shift are you seeing in the industry currently right now?
Black beauty representation in the beauty industry has certainly improved in recent years, but there is still much work to be done. Black women's hair and beauty have largely been devalued and rejected by mainstream culture because they don't fall in line with what society deems as beautiful. So as a result, Black women often get trapped in a cycle of trying to attain acceptable beauty. So now that we are going through this racial reckoning globally, there is really a need for us to feature the product that work for our hair type and skin need. Because
Hmm.
our hair is a form of art. So it's a visual representation of Black beauty heritage. So small businesses, they is important for us. Is an important role in advocating for this inclusion. So larger companies, they should have more Black women in the table during the decision making process of what to put on the market. They will bring perspective that these companies are lacking. They are lacking because just seeing more Black people feature on social media and succeeding in the hair care beauty business world is vital. That is really important to show that Black women can succeed, and that is possible.
Well, well said. Well said. And with
Mhm.
your product, I know you talked a lot about the plant based, but like, could you highlight, one of your hair products and like one of your skin products, and tell us like the benefits, like any one of your consumers or customers, get from using them.
In our hair care range, one of our best sellers is our Shebe Pre-Poo treatment, which is a treatment that we use before washing your hair. This goodness deliver moisture. It's perfect for length retention and as well to reduce breakage.
Hmm. Hmm. And what about the skin product?
For the skin product, we have the Daily Glow Skin Nutrition Face Serum, which is packed with skin loving ingredients, great to boost radiance and overall to improve the skin health.
Mm-hmm. And is it true that when you're using all these products and stuff like that, it's you got to use it in increments. Sometimes people might want to dive in and try to speed up the process. Is it a process to get in here to the liking the way you want it at?
Do you mean a process to start using the product?
When sometimes people individuals might want their hair to look a certain type of way, so that sometimes they try to skip steps when doing it, or they try to speed it up. They try to, instead of applying the product once a day, they're doing it 2-3 times. I'm assuming it's very important, especially when you're dealing with those types of stuff, hair and skin, that you follow
Exactly.
and follow those instructions along the way.
But in everything you're doing, consistency is key, you know?
That's
So
true.
you have to be consistent to achieve the result that you are looking for.
Okay. Yeah, now you're right about that. Now,
Hmm.
when you launched your company in 2019, like you got up, you were like, I'm launching this company. You then now you're averaging. You went from a just a thought, right? You're like, and
Hmm.
like you said, you started putting some of those things together in your house, but now you're averaging 7 figures in sales. 7 figures in sales, like
Exactly.
that speaks highly of your product. Something that you were just like you just thought about it, and I think this is something that the listeners are really going to gravitate to. Is like you were very successful as a nurse, and and doing a phenomenal job with that, and within your house. in your kitchen in a sense, right?
Exactly.
You
Mm-hmm.
in 2019, with a couple years back, you formed a company from these products and your knowledge. Like you said, you went through, did a lot of research, which is very important. You talked about the research, like you did a lot of research in trial and error,
Exactly.
and you grew your company to a 7-figure company. Talk to us about that. Like, how do you feel building a 7-figure company from from your kitchen?
Oh my God. For the last 4 years, I can say that our marketing strategies has generated awareness, interest, and engagement that's letting us know that we are actually selling products that work and that are changing life. So using only plant-based elements, we represent a health first brand that prioritizes what goes into our bottles while also ensuring they provide the maximum result we are looking for. So Negés Banda is not just deliver health products, but an overall greatness experience each time you will be using our product. It's like an overall addictive satisfaction.
And when it comes down to your success within 7 figures and having a lot of happy consumers, customers, with your product, you mentioned marketing was a part of the success. Is there anything else that you could kind of like, you know, say it was a part of building that success?
But I can say that success cannot be easily defined, you know. And the foundation of every startup or business is to have a clear vision of what you are trying to accomplish with your business, what change in the world you are wishing to make, and you have to believe in yourself and to be passionate about what you're doing and keep pushing on to satisfaction. So the key of everything you're doing in life, like I said before, is consistency. And lastly, I think the final characteristics that is really important in this journey is to be innovative, to be able to differentiate yourself somehow from all of the others on the market.
Hmm. Hmm. And there's a lot of them on the market, as you mentioned when you were in those
Yeah.
stores. There's a lot, and some of those products may not be as good as they claim to be.
Exactly.
But
Hmm.
you found your way to kind of incline up the ladder through like putting a product together built on love, built on research, built on loyalty and commitment to your consumers, and it goes 2019 to 2023 and all the many years to come. So much love and success to you and in the whole business, and
Thank you.
I really really need to talk about this next one right here because I spoke about it a little bit earlier in the conversation. I mentioned that you to the listeners, you're a nurse, you're a wife, you're a mother of three. Like, let's really talk about like, can you describe the level of hard work it takes for you to like balance everything?
Being an entrepreneur is already a demanding job requiring you to manage numerous daily responsibilities. But when you have the demands of parenting, which requires the same amount of care, attention, and heart, you can easily feel burnout on life, as this common experience creates like a cascade of negative emotion, including guilt, shame, anger, resentment. It is important to find balance between the two journeys, which can support an healthy home life. Since this is something easier said than done when both of them are pulling your energy, but however, the first step is accepting things as they are and looking for ways to improve the reality. But sometimes you have to create your own definition of life balance. Probably when you hear the word balance, you probably envision like a highly productive day with the items on your to-do list check off and your time perfectly split between work and home life. But this is not it. This is not it. There is so there is no single way to have a balanced life. I always strive for reality, not perfection. So I allow myself space for flexibility and know that some days I might just focus more on work while other days I might have more times and energy to enjoy hobbies or spend time with my family. So I just keep in mind that balance is achieved over time, so not each day.
Mm, wow, that was a that was a very well way of rounded way of putting that, and I think that it goes to show the character within you, right? And
Yeah,
it goes back to that Haitian culture that your father's mentioned about earlier in this conversation, saying being a leader. Like,
Yeah.
leaders step up to the plate and commit their purpose and to their mission and their vision, and you are doing that in all of those areas.
Yeah.
So
It's not easy, but
when you find a way, and you find a way through,
anyway,
you got to have faith in all of that. By
yeah,
building. You have to have a
and
strong
keep
foundation.
going.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And I can only imagine just to get up and go. And you're building obviously you didn't know it was a seven-figure company, but you're building something in your kitchen, right? And you got your kids, mom, we need you. Your husband saying something, you're like, oh, and and at that point in time, you could easily give up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna stop doing this, right? But you just kept on. You kept on and you kept on,
Yeah,
now you look at it, it's financially taking care of your family. It's created so
exactly.
many different opportunities. And that came from a dream and a vision. And you just like keep on pursuing it. So kudos to you and the character that's
Thank
in you.
you.
It speaks
Thank you so
volumes.
much. So, and now we are not in the kitchen anymore. So we have our own little manufacturing place. And
Oh,
yes, exactly.
in Port-au-Prince?
No, in Loganville, Georgia.
Okay. I thought you was gonna say like Paul, we brought it back to
No,
Port-au-Prince.
no, not yet. So
Okay, okay,
not
okay. Hey,
yet.
no worries.
We are
Wherever you
getting
got it.
there.
Okay, wherever you set it up is where you set it up. But yeah, I thought you was gonna be like, yeah, we in Port-au-Prince now. I go back home all the time.
Not yet.
When I talk about I miss my family, I left at 27. I'm able to go back every single week now on the
I can go
company.
visit them.
Yeah. Now, as a naturalista, right? Could you tell us like three fun facts about skin and that most people just don't know?
Three fun facts.
Mm-hmm. Spill the tea.
Three fun facts. So I would say that our skin is make up about 15% of our total body weight.
Mm.
So exfoliating is a key ingredient to healthy glowing skin. And I would say, so our skin is different. So for example, what works for me, not always, supposed to work for you. So we are all different.
Okay, okay, I'm with you on that. And like, what is the ultimate goal with your business now?
So my ultimate goal is to see Negés Banda everywhere in the big drugstore chain, and as well to find potential investors so the cost of our product can be lower, which that means that our product will be accessible for a larger range of people to buy.
Mhm. And is there obviously growing your company? Is there any other things you're going to be in? I want to say developing, not from the kitchen, but developing for the product
Oh
line.
yeah. So actually, we are working on a plant-based skincare line, which is an exciting project of mine, and I really cannot wait to see it coming into fruition.
Hmm, hmm. And that's a brand that you're building off of Negés brand Banda.
No, it's another brand.
Oh, okay, another brand. Okay,
Yeah.
look
Hmm.
look at this. You just developing. You just.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you have time to sleep.
I see.
I'm making
I find
sure.
time to sleep.
Okay, I'm about to say like you just constantly on the move, and I love the fact that you're always creating. I think your story is about creating, and it's like creating
Yeah.
from scratch and seeing the beauty in what comes from it, and hence
Yeah.
the products that you make. It makes people feel beauty, look beautiful, feel good about themselves,
So
and
good. Exactly.
that's a very very rewarding job. It's not like, I bought a car and you're like, oh, I sold a car. No, no disrespect to any salesman out there, or saleswoman, right? You buy a car, it might not make you feel beautiful. You just be like, oh, I got the car of my dreams, right? But when you have acne on your face, right, an example, and you're like, oh my gosh, or every time I take these pictures, I feel like the acne just throws it off. And then all of a sudden you start to use these products and your skin starts to look good, or say your hair, like you said, it was itchy and dry at one point in time, no matter what season you were in. And then all of a sudden, with the products that you take and the consistency, it leads
The
to,
consistency.
yeah,
Exactly.
I could imagine when it cracks for somebody, like, oh my gosh, and someone acknowledges, oh my, your face looks so
It's
good.
working.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. And you're like, oh, it is. Oh my, oh for real. Don't tell me that. And you're like, your hair looks so beautiful. And you're like, for real? Me? And because you probably, some people just don't hear those comments sometimes, or they would like to hear those
Exactly.
comments because of all the work
Mhm.
they're putting in. So you find a way to do that and reach your consumers every single day. And that is beautiful, to have a job, to have a profession that rewarding. It's not,
Thank you
it's,
so much.
they walk
That made me
away
feel
like,
good too.
come on now, you doing it. And if you in seven figures, just imagine the amount of households, families, kids, adults, that you have really, really turn their lives around,
Yeah.
and
So you
that's a
have to be
beautiful.
passionate about it. You have to be passionate about it and create product that really works, that's solving problem, that's changing lives.
Well, you're doing it. You're doing it. Now, one of my last question to you right now, I just really want to know, like, if you had a magic wand, let's talk about this magical wand right here. You had a magic wand, what would you wish for the hair and beauty industry when it comes to marketing for Black people?
That's a big question.
That's what I'm saying. I had to hit you with something hard at the end.
Yeah, so I would say Black beauty consumers and brands, they face a deep challenging when it comes to equity. So removing those barriers can lead to greater opportunity for everyone in the industry. So Black people's experience within the beauty industry is markedly more frustrating than that of non-Black people and filled with multiple friction points. So Black brands make up only 2.5% of revenue in the beauty industry. Yet Black consumers are responsible for 11.1% of the total beauty spending. So that make us know that Black consumers are 3 times more likely to be dissatisfied than non-Black consumers with their option for hair care and skincare. So Black consumers show mostly an affinity and preference for Black beauty brands, and some that they are 2.2 times are most likely to conclude that product from those brands they will work for them. So, however, only 4 to 7% of beauty brands carried by specialty beauty store, drugstore, grocery stores, and department store are Black brands.
Hmm.
So Black brands in the beauty industry, there was a median of 30 million in venture capital. So less than 20 million that non-Black brand raise. Yet today, the median revenue for those Black brands is 89 times higher than what non-Black beauty brands return over the same period of time. So addressing racial inequity in the beauty industry is a 2.6 billion opportunity. Better serving Black consumers and supporting Black beauty brands could lead to greater equity across the entire beauty industry for shoppers, entrepreneurs, large beauty houses, even retailers and investors.
mm, mm, mm. That's some knowledge right there. You dropping some gems. You dropping some stuff that people just wouldn't know unless they actually did the research, right? And that lets the listeners know the type of individual that you are as a business owner. You're not just in it just to make the money. You're in it to do the research and to do right by your
Yeah,
consumers. So congratulations again, Michlove, on
thank
on
you so
everything you've been
much.
doing, and much love and blessings and much light and success over to you and your family and your business. And just want to let the listeners know, if you want to hear more inspirational stories like Mitch Love, please check us out on ZakaConnect.com. Follow our social at Zaka Connect and follow our feed, Zaka, wherever you listen to your podcast.
Thank you so much.